My name is Makadea. I'm founder of Hoppala, which is a content platform for geo-based augmented reality applications. And in this session, I'd like to share with you some of our learnings while building this content platform. Oh, we need to use this microphone. Okay. Okay. Better? Cool. Okay. Hoppala is a member of the Layer Partner Network. The Hoppala content platform plays very well with Layer, and we're going to come back to that pretty soon. We're going to talk about Berlin Wall that we've seen before and the Stanford application we've seen before. So why content management? Why content platform? Well, it all started back in 2009. I worked on a project which was about the visualization of regional industry clusters in South Germany. And one of the visualization methods we chose at that time was augmented reality. So I had this database of regional businesses, and the job was to overlay them on top of a live camera view on a phone. And of course, that data needed quite some pre-processing to allow for the visualization in a geospatial context. So I did build a new database that allowed for the adding geospatial information. I added some geocoding algorithms around and implemented geo-based database queries. You see there's a lot of tech going on in there, and also added image rendering, performance optimization, built a web service all around it, and connected to the API of Layer in that case. And after all that, we had a wrap up and running. At the time, I was like super excited, showing my friends, and look, we only had to build these few pieces of tech, put them together, and we're already done. Well, they were like, a little bit reluctant to pick up my overall excitement about the actual ease of execution. Well, the first learning. We needed to decouple the content creation from building technology. That's two different stories. So what happened? People came up and said, well, you know what? I can't build all that technology, but I've got a Google map. Can you put that in AR for me like you did with that database before? And I was like, that's a good point. Let's think about that. So what I did was I simply added some import interfaces to this storage system that allowed for some bulk import of like CSV files, Excel files, and Google Maps. So the setup heavily relied on manual work still. I mean, people shared their Google Map with me basically by sending a link via email, and I added that into my system and downloaded and parsed the KML data and put it in my database. It did the pre-processing, it did the image rendering, and it made it accessible for Layer. There was no automatic update, and there was no way to edit that data, but people loved it. I mean, I got tons of links to maps with requests to throw them into my system. People just loved to see their own content in AR. This wasn't scalable, obviously, so the next lesson for us to learn was we needed to democratize the creation of content. And this is the reason why I built Hoppala Augmentation, the content platform for geo-based augmented reality applications. Augmentation provides just an easy way for non-technical creatives to start experimenting with geo-based AR. It allows you to build your own content with just some mouse clicks. It comes with a full-screen map interface, and it allows you to place and edit your augments all around the world. You can upload your assets, like images, audio, video, even 3D assets, just upload them, add them to your personalized inventory in the cloud. It runs in your browser, no software installation, and no coding needed at all. And the cool thing is, Hoppala Augmentation seamlessly publishes your data to all the three major AR browsers. It's Layer, Genio, and Wikitube. So you create your content once, and you publish it everywhere. It takes on the hosting, no more FTP, it does the database, all the tech stuff it does for you. Hoppala's to Geobased AR, somewhat like Dreamweaver and FrontPage were to the web, somewhat. I mean, remember the very early times of the web when you wanted to build a website? Basically fired up an editor and typed in some HTML. If you were a tech guy, if you weren't, you became one or you hired one, right? But at some point, tools like Dreamweaver and FrontPage came along, and all of a sudden, everybody could build a website. That was like a dramatic game change. And that's sort of what happened with Hoppala. With Hoppala, everybody can create geo-based AR content. So a very tiny glimpse under the hood. I don't want to dive into tech here too much. How does that work? Basically, there are three entities in the game. It's the client, the app on the client, there's something happening in the cloud, and there's your web service that serves your data. And this is actually where Hoppala comes in. Hoppala takes on all the work required to build a web service and serves your data to the clients. Good, they all share more or less the same architecture. They don't, all these browsers don't really share a common protocol. There are no standards at all. Layer is using some JSON, Genio is using some XML, Wikitude is using an XML flavor called ARML. There are just no standards at all. They just grew over time. And well, there is hope. I mean, for developers, this is sort of a nightmare, but there is hope. There's standardization work in the process. POI working group at WFC or the Car project working on that. Anyway, so originally building content in mobile AR was a question of building technology in the first place, but Hoppala takes that away and lets you focus on just building your content. So, what is great content? Well, at Hoppala, we're putting every mobile AR idea to a test. It's a very simple test, just one question. Why don't you just draw it on a map? And in fact, many geo-based AR applications of today work pretty fine on a map. Think like an ATM finder, for example. It's the very first steps. But we want to go further. We want to push the envelope. And so let's have a look at 4 cases I brought, built on Hoppala Augmentation, and let's put them into the test. This one's already a year old. Hoppala goes Easter, kind of an AR version of Post-it stickers. It allows you to place, design, beautifully designed eggs, 3-dimensional Easter eggs all around the world and leave a message. Right? They were 3D, you could walk towards them, you could walk around them, and check out different textures, and then play jingles when you get close and all that stuff. So could you do this on a map? Hardly, right? Next one is Wumba Mania. With Wumba Mania, we wanted to push the envelope a bit further. We wanted to emphasize on the spatial aspect of AR. The challenge was to catch these Wumbas, but not the black-faced Chukis that just disguised as Wumbas. So you actually needed to walk around them to figure out. Moving back and forth in real world was part of the actual game. Could you do this on a map? Rather not, getting harder. Virtual Public Art Project, we had that before. Virtual Public Art Project is an international curated art project led by Chris Manzioni from New York. And artists from all around the world contribute to changing virtual exhibitions. And Chris once said, I like that one in particular, key element of our application is that the objects are site-specific. This is different than most other digital media that can be easily transferred and shared. This requires the user's presence and interaction with the site itself. Chris is actually a passionate Hoppala user, and VPAP runs in Hoppala Augmentation. This clearly does not work on a map. Chris, around? Over there? Anything, want to add something to it?
Sure, yeah. When I first started this, I wasn't doing before about Hoppala, and I needed help. I'm an artist, I do some 3D modeling, and I had Mark and a developer helping me. And since I've been using Hoppala, I recently had a show in Philly with 24 artists, 36 different sculptures throughout Philadelphia. And Hoppala is just easy. I can use it. I don't need to worry about anything but making it work.
Cool. Concentrate on the content.
Yeah.
Don't build tech.
No.
Right. Cool. Last example, Volleyball 3D. You've seen that before. We built that with a partner from Superimpose in Düsseldorf, Germany. A 3D reconstruction of the wall on site. You can follow the wall in its original size at Brandenburg-Gate, Reichstag, Potsdamer Platz, and it's actually quite touching experience to see how this concrete barrier obstructs your view. An experience you cannot reproduce in video or print. And this is clearly a truly spatial 3D real-world experience. And of course it runs on Hoppala Augmentation. And this thing does not work on a map at all. Alright. As a result of Hoppala's cross-platform capabilities, the Berlin Wall is available for both browsers later in July. Okay, summing it up. Hoppala takes away the tech, leaves you with just a UI, and now you can go and build your own geo-based AR content, even as a non-tech person. I strongly believe we need to make AR technology accessible to a wide range of people, and we need non-tech people in the industry. And powerful and easy to use content management is key. Thank you very much.